Hey guys, it's Full Cards here, live and direct from the City of Angels, California. In front of me today I have a box of 2015 Rittenhouse Game of Thrones Season 4, a series I adore, can ask for more, Cats of Lore. Yeah, I'm doing something a little bit offbeat here. I'm opening up a non-sports product. Wow, weird. Two quick comments. One on sports, on the hockey scheme that they've devised. I think it's really cool. Hopefully we get to do it. I like the idea of a play-in and so on. And I think the matchups are spectacular, really interesting matchups. So that's point one. And then secondly, I mean, I've had choppers rolling above my head all day, night, sirens all the time here in LA, National Guard on Melrose. I mean, it's been bonkers. So guys, please just be safe and always remember why you're doing what you do. I think that's the most important thing. All right, guys, so let's do it. Configuration: 5 cards per pack, 24 packs per box, which should amount to 120 cards. Base set 1 through 100. They would include some 30 plot summaries of Season 4, plus 70 bios. Within a box break, we would expect 2 autos, 8 foil parallels, 1 gold parallel, 2 quotables, 1 Valar Morghulis card, 1 Beautiful Death card, and then a 17% chance at a shield or pin or gold art cards. Important thing with regard to the autos is the best autos are extremely limited. They are under 200. There are also very limited ones, 200, 300 copies, and limited ones, which would probably be about 300 to 500 copies. So it's easier to get the no names than the big characters. Also, Daenerys and Sansa and Maisie Williams' area are not within this product in terms of the autos as far as I know. So that's basically it. With regard to the autos that we could potentially get, I guess I'll go by characters. There's Tyrion, there's Ned Stark, there's Jon Snow, there's Rhaegar Clegane, Cersei, Jaime Lannister, Melisandre, Grey Worm, people like that, Mace Tyrell, Hot Pie, etc., etc. I think that Tormund would be in this one as well. So we'll see. But it's much easier to get bit players just because of how the autos are either frequent or infrequent. And we see right down here that it is of 11,000 boxes, I guess. So we have 6, 9, 9, 8. And I'll just cut this puppy and we'll get going. And you'll excuse me, I'm not a complete aficionado in this stuff. I don't Reddit and all that. I'm just sort of I love the series, but I'm just not a super duper nerd about it like I am with hockey, for example. So let's do it, guys. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm really more of a stats guy than a trivia guy, believe it or not. I'm not great with trivia per se. I just love crunching math, which is great for sports cards. So here we go, guys. Here are our cards. Game of Thrones, The Children. The Children. Wow, that's kind of cool. Okay, so let's see. And look at the back of this. And it has description and information and all you would need to know. Card number 28. Okay. And another one, The Lion and the Rose, Jon Snow, and Amir Reed. So these would all be base cards as far as I can glean. The difference being the plot summaries would be these ones, and these ones would be the... Oh, it's funny how she'd be green, right? And the other ones would be the character summaries, if you will. Okay, I think we have a foil in here. Okay, so there's Maisie, Selmy, there's Varys. This Pycelle would be one of the foil cards, okay? And the Mountain of the Viper, probably the most important scene of the whole season. And there's Selyse Baratheon. And here we have Qyburn, Cersei, Three-Eyed Raven, Melisandre, and there Tommen, who's sort of the King of Hearts, if you will, the Bleeding Heart. Continuing on, Oathkeeper. Oh, there is Oberyn Martell. Great character. Laws of Gods and Men. There we do have a Brienne card, as well as The Lion and the Rose. Well, that's a pretty good one too. So as you remember, I think that was probably episode 2 of the season. Probably episode 2 of season 4, if I can remember correctly. Hard to remember. It's been such a while, too. We have Sam, Tarly, and there is Daenerys. We have another one of these foil cards, and this one would be the Watchers on the Wall. And those would be Thens, I think, if you remember, with Ygritte. So look at this one. This one's a little bit different. And it's one of the quotables, right? So we received 2 quotables and we received cool. If you want justice, you've come to the wrong place. So that's very cool. So this is one of the quotables, and you see how it looks a little bit different than the other cards. There's Tormund, great character, as well as the Watchers on the Wall, and we have our Jon Snow. I've never opened this product before, guys. So this is a whole, in fact, I don't know if I've ever opened up a non-sports product before, or hasn't. It's been a while. Okay, so there's Hot Pie. Oh, we have one of the gold cards. There's Baelish, Lord Baelish, and our gold card would actually be a pretty decent one. It's Lady Olenna Tyrell. So this is sort of, we receive 1 per box. The gold cards there, Sansa, as well as Ollie. Great. Can you guys hear that? There's crows crowing right now. What's the likelihood of that? Actual crows are crowing in the background. That is not a piped-in sound effect. We have our first auto, guys. So we'll see who it is. So there's Shay. A lot of people don't like Shay for some reason. Okay, first of his name. We have a Gilly. We have a Breaker of Chains. And who is our first auto is the question. That is the question. And it would be, it's Dominic Carter. That's pretty decent. Dominic Carter, so this is Slint, Yana Slint. Limited edition autograph. So this would be a limited edition one, an LM. Which I think is the most common one, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he was commander of the City Watch, but I'm pretty sure he ended up also, I can't remember how he passed. How did he get killed? But I do remember him being on the Night Watch at that table, basically judging Jon Snow as well. You tell me, guys. You guys remember all this stuff really well. Here's Clegane. Here is the Laws of Gods and Men. Shireen, so that's kind of cool. And here we have an Alistair Thorne. Speaking of the Night's Watch, a badass this cat is, and that would be one of the foil cards. Tanner, as well as Missandei. Okay, continuing on, guys. I think we have one of the art cards in here. So we have an Oliver, we have a Braun, wouldn't mind a Braun auto if there's such a thing. And this would be one of the death cards, I believe. Bleeding from the eyes. I would guess that would be because of poison. Take him alive, kill his men. Do you recall this one? There's Robin and there's Reed. Okay. Two swords. Lady Olenna Tyrell. Slint, there's your Slint. There's Ygritte. Should be an ideal one. Probably a very, very rare auto to receive her. Take him alive, kill his men would be in reference to Jaime Lannister, right? When he was captured. Of course, he escaped by season 4, I believe. Isn't that right? Anyways, you guys tell me, you guys who recall these things. Okay, the Mountain and the Viper. We have a Podrick. We have a Mag, the Mighty. We do have the Stauntus Hollard, which would be one of the foils. Here's Greyjoy, as well as Dario. Dario's declaring his love to Daenerys by season 4. First of his name. There, little Escavade. There's Locke. Yara Greyjoy. Should be a good one, too. Oathkeeper, as well as a Stannis Baratheon. Stannis Baratheon, one of the worst characters. led into the darkness the entire time. Loras Tyrell, a first of his name. There's King Joffrey. I believe there's a Kasich gold auto of Joffrey. Sand and 2 swords. Continuing on, there's Maester Aemon, who's probably one of the best maesters, if not the best. Sand, and here we have this foil one of the children. Russ Bolton, as well as Sir Jaime. Sir Jaime, who in real life is Danish. Okay. There's another great one. Lord Tywin Lannister. Gregor Clegane, who I think 3 different people played his character. Breaker of Chains. There's Mance beyond the Wall. Mockingbird. And there is Erin with her moon door. There's Mance Raider again. Just get 2 Mances. So of course the other Mance was a foil, right? So we have the foil versus the non-foil. We have Tyrion. Okay, so this one here is a Valar Morghulis. And it would happen to be of the Tormund. So that's not a bad one whatsoever. That's a pretty decent one. Rast and Bran Stark. I feel like all the 3-eyed Raven stuff and the Children of the Forest stuff, the cards are green. Might be wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. What's this? Is this nothing? I think it's nothing. Okay, Meryn Trent. We have the Children, Thorn. We have a Breaker of Chains, and then we have a Mace Tyrell. The Tyrells, would make sense for them to be green as well, actually. They work the fields, don't they? Aren't they the agriculturalists? And their emblem is a rose, right? So they are associated with nature on some level. There's Pycelle. So that one's the Watchers of the Wall. I feel like there's so many duplicates. Dantas Holland. Oh, cool. So we hit this Tyrion Lannister foil one. So that's nice to hit his foil. As well as Mockingbird and Dragons. There's a card for Dragons, and this is kind of a bit damaged. Still ready, waiting, willing to hit the second auto. I think we're guaranteed 2 autos, so let's see. We have another Quotable, I think. Arya Stark, also green. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason to this, but they are Northerners. Grey Worm, and what is this? We have something inside out, upside down. Oh, I know what it is. It's the Quotable. Okay, so we have a Lion in the Rose, Ramsay Snow, great character, Grey Worm, and this would be our Quotable, and it would actually be from probably the most quotable person. The world is overflowing with horrible things, but they're all a tray of cakes next to death. Yeah, she was a really well-written character. Where do you think she is? My money's on dead. There's a certain safety in death, wouldn't you say? That's very Jaime. That's very, very Jaime. Okay. And continuing on, guys. Okay, I think she's kind of people who enslaved her. I really feel like there's a lot of duplication in these cards, unless I'm mistaken. It seems like a lot of redundancy. There's a Breaker Chains, and this would be a foil. Okay, Watchers on the Wall, and there's Theon Greyjoy, and this card is damaged. Oh, we have an auto here. We do have an auto here. So let's see who it is. We have our auto, and we have Dario, we have Yara Greyjoy, we have Podrick again, we have Mag the Mighty again. Wow, giant, I guess. And our auto would be, oh my god, it's the Then. It's the Then. It's Yuri Kolokolnikov. It is the Then. So it's interesting that its marks on the back are kind of interesting. This is a limited edition autograph card, has been personally signed by Yuri Kolokolnikov, Styre in Game of Thrones. Okay, it's a nice auto, I must say. This is a really good looking auto. Obviously not the best one, but you know, it's sort of normal, I think, given the math. So if you look at these two autos, this one I believe would be a full bleed, what they call the full bleed ones, and this one would be what they call the border ones. I think they're also blue autos, what are called blue autos, which would be the third type of auto. Continuing on, guys. Yep, so first of his name, Locke, Oathkeeper, Stannis, and Gren. 2 packs left, guys. One thing I don't think they have within this product are memorabilia cards, which would probably be really cool to get a piece of, you know, a piece of armor or something. So continuing on, there's the Mountain and the Viper, there's Hot Pie, there is Sir Davos, Meryn Trant foil, as well as the Laws of Gods and Men, and a Hodor card. A Hodor, he'd be a good auto as well. And this is our final pack, guy, and we do have an Edison Tullet, 2 swords, a Marjorie Tyrell, an Oathkeeper, and there is Dyer, whose auto I have. So that's basically it, guys. An interesting box of stuff. I've never done this before. It was actually kind of enjoyable. Okay, guys, time for a quick recap. So we did, in fact, receive 100 base cards. In fact, we received the entire base set. You see the first 30 would be those plot cards going through the season, I guess in chronological order in terms of the happenstance and the happenings. They're kind of glossy, they're kind of papery, they're not the best cards, but they're not terrible. So here would be the first 30, and then after, above and beyond that, we would have the character cards, Sansa Stark, there's Greyjoy, Baelish, Tyrion Lannister, etc. So you see these are similar, but they happen to describe the characters. So these, and so that amount to 100 base cards, the entire set. Plus there were some extras. So these are just duplicates, which we received. So I can sort of add this to the stash right over here. Then with regard to our foil cards, we guaranteed 8. We in fact received 9 of them. So we over-delivered. There's Tyrion, Pycelle, Mance Rayder, Alistair Thorne, as well as some of the plot cards. Again, exactly the same cards except foiled out on the front. Then we were to receive 1 gold, and our gold parallel card, 1 per box, would happen to be Olenna Tyrell, which is a decent one. She's a fantastic character, as we all know. In terms of quotables, we guaranteed 2 quotables, and we in fact received 2. There's a Jaime Lannister, and there would be Tyrion, and the backs as well have quotes, as you can see, Martell and Tyrell quotes. So there you go. Just pop those over there. Then we were guaranteed 1 Valar Morghulis card, and we in fact received Tormund, which is a pretty decent one. All Men Must Die, Valar Morghulis, as well as the art card. We didn't hit a chase card, but we did hit this cool art one. I think it's Take Him Alive is reference to Jaime. But these are pretty cool looking cards. Nonetheless, they're rare in the sense of only 1 per box each. And then with regard to autos, we did in fact receive 2 of them. This one would be one of the limited ones, 300 to 500, I guess one of the more common ones, and it would be Dominic Carter, who would be Slint, who was on that panel at the Night Watch, always sort of judging Jon Snow, although he was a bit of a weenie himself, but a good character nonetheless. And our second one would be Yuri Kolokolnikov, which is easy to say, right? Kind of cool on the back how they do that, but he would be Stir of the Thenns, the cannibalistic Thenns, who I think was killed by Jon Snow, and he was really sort of miffed that Ygritte let Jon Snow get away by not shooting as true as she typically does. So I actually kind of recommend this product, guys. A lot of fun. The only drawback in season 4, which is a great season, is that 3 of the main women characters do not have autos in it, in Sansa, Daenerys, and Arya. So keep that in mind. So guys, I will be giving this box away. It will be part of my next giveaway. I guarantee you that. Please be sure to sub, like, and hashtag Dryden. I happen to be full cards live and direct from the city of Angels, California.